I gotta move this thing closer. I guess I should have maybe made a little bit of an announcement that I was gonna go live. I don't even think anybody's gonna come, but it's worth a try. Shit. Hey, who's this? Hey, yeah. Yeah, I just got off work and I was actually gonna make a video, but then I thought I was like, well, I haven't gone live in a really long time, so I'll just like pop up on here. But it's like 9:48 in the morning, and I don't know if anybody's online. I didn't make an announcement saying that I was gonna do this, so you're like literally the only person here. How's your day going? I see. Ah, the beach. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay up here though. But yeah, how's your day going? How's your day going? In the meantime, I can chat with you. You're at work. What do you do for work? I've been happy that like I'm adjusting really well to this hotel job. I'm gonna miss the guy that's been training me. Actually, he makes me feel very like safe. You know what I mean? Like when I'm working with him. But after tonight, I'm gonna be by myself. A roll-off driver. A roll-off driver? What is that? A roll-off driver. I've never heard of that. What is a roll-off driver? A roll-off driver. It's like a truck driver? I don't want you to be texting actually while or typing while you're driving. I feel like I'm encouraging bad behavior. And move big dumpsters around. Okay. I heard that that actually pays pretty well. When I was working at 7-Eleven and I was trying to get my. Oh, you're not driving now. Okay, good, 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 good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't want you to get in any trouble. I don't want you to get in any harm. Like, God, no, But so I'm glad. But when I was working at 7-Eleven all those years ago, working two jobs, one at the grocery store and then two at 7-Eleven, and I was trying to get my permit, my CDL permit. Um, the girl, she was actually on this channel one time, Angela. She was so cool. I really liked her. We stopped being friends because of Cam, actually. Cam was like, I don't like this girl for you. I think that she's trouble. You shouldn't be friends with her. And, that was that. Cam said so I stopped talking to her. But I really loved her a lot. She was Italian. She was so funny. And I told her about the channel and everything, and she got on the channel. But anyway, she was the one who had said, she was like, oh, like dumpster drivers and I guess rollover drivers. But she said she was like, people that move like the dumpsters and stuff like that, they make a lot of money. Like they start out paying like $18, $19 and up. You know what I mean? Which I'm not even making $18 now where I'm working. So, but I'm happy. I'm very happy. I mean, I can't complain. I'm very thankful, So, but yeah, but I thought about it at the time. I was like, I should try. But as I learned, even in truck driving, it's like it's such a hard field if you're not just a typical masculine guy. Like, being a woman, which when I was learning how to truck drive, I was doing team driving, and we teamed up on purpose because she was like the only girl. She was very pretty. I'm gay. I got this soft voice, which I hate actually. Like when I'm at work, I usually try to deepen my voice. I'm like, "Hello, thank you for calling the hotel." But you know, it's just difficult, and I feel like like that area of truck driving is just the same. It's like you kind of have to have a certain like gruffness about you. If you don't, people look at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like you missed your calling, type of thing. You know. I don't know if this guy's waving at me. Oh, he's greeting his dog. Did you guys see the dog? Was the dog in the shot? I think it was too far over. But yeah, wait, yeah, it's easy coins. I agree. I agree. That's what well, I guess you did it smarter than me because that's what I thought truck driving was going to be. But I seen that it was like a progression type of thing. Like you start out making pretty much the same money that everybody else is making. I, I was making more money when I was a shift manager at McDonald's, or about the same, I guess. I was making about the same amount of money when I was a shift manager at McDonald's to when I crossed over to truck driving. The reason why I was still struggling as a truck driver is because when I was working as a shift manager, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Like every paycheck, I was able to pay all of my bills, send money to Cam, but then I didn't have anything left over. I had like literally like 50 to 75 bucks left until the next payday. And that's when my mom, Cam, everybody was like encouraging me to get the CDL license. Cam had seen an ad. Oh my gosh, there's a crab right there. Literally right there. I'm gonna show you guys. Look, hold on. Oh, it's going in a hole. Okay, I'm too late. I moved too slow. I wonder if it's sitting there. Hold on. I'm gonna show you anyway. Hold on. Yeah. Do you see it? I don't know if you can hear me. I think it's gonna pop its head out. Maybe. Okay, never mind. I guess it's gone. Ooh. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I've never seen that before. That was a humongous crab. That actually kind of makes me nervous. It's like there's crabs that big in the freaking sand. Like, I mean, what if it like eats up your foot? But anyway, um, yeah. But when I was driving, they start you out where you do make good money, but they give all of the loads to the drivers that have been driving with the company, have maybe a year experience versus me just starting out. You know, it's like a hierarchy thing, which I was, trying to do. But the real good money actually comes from when you get a dedicated lane, like an account. You know what I mean? You're driving for an account, and I didn't make it that far. I was trying, and the only account that I got was that Family Dollar account, and that was like the worst account. I should have listened to what people were saying. I'm local, a lot of overtime. That's good, but I'm openly gay and I don't engage with the haters. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, it is like, you know, it is. It pisses me off. Like as much as things have changed, and I think you probably know what I'm saying. Like versus when we were kids to today, it definitely is more. I don't want to say mainstream, but like integrated into conventional society. Like when I was a kid, perhaps when you were a kid, you might know what I'm talking about. It was like you had conventional society and the gays were like unconventional. It was like, maybe your close friends and family like understood, but it's like they wanted you to, keep it hush because it's like it's not, you might have a hard time getting a job, for example, or you know what I mean? But like now it is definitely more in conventional society. It's like you can't talk to a person without them being gay, related to somebody gay, know somebody that's gay, dating somebody that's friends with somebody that's gay. It's like it's definitely in conventional society. But the thing that's frustrating is that still in all there's like judgment, I feel like, with it. Um and kind of like almost like girls, like it's like, girls can't do this, girls can't do that, and it's like girls have to like prove that it's like, no, we're no different than you know what I mean? It's like, and it's the same thing with like guys, or gay guys. It's like, there's like this judgment where it's like you have to prove that it's like, no, I'm just as capable as any other guy. Like, just because I suck a dick doesn't mean that I can't, like, perform a job. Like, and the other part of it that's frustrating for me is, which I feel like I sound so old when I think like this or talk like this, is the kids today, the generation, because I'm a millennial. Your profile picture looks like you might be probably the same age as me, like a millennial. But like the Generation Z, the Gen Z kids or whatever, like the James Charles is what I'm talking about. They have, not just James Charles, but I mean, like, there's like, that age range. Like, they have this entitlement where, they complain about any little thing. And it's like, I always think to myself, it's like, you have this entitlement because my generation, we were like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like the generation before us, they were like scared for their lives or trying to hide or living in secret. My generation was like, bitch, I don't care if you accept me or not, I'm here. You know what I mean? Deal with it, type of thing. You don't have to like it, but this is who I am. You know what I mean? It was like, that was like our generation, the millennial era was like, I'm not looking for any acceptance. I'm not looking for any permission. Like, I'm living my life, and if it bothers you, you can just go ahead and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing me. And it's like that kind of attitude, I feel like, is what carried the community into conventional society, where it's like, okay, nobody's ashamed of who they are, and we need to just accept these people. But now the younger generation, they have like this entitlement that it's like, they just like, you use the wrong pronoun and it's like you killed somebody. I'm like, y'all don't know how spoiled you bitches are. Like, y'all don't know how lucky you are. Like, and you're really kind of doing too much is what I always think. But yeah, I completely agree. The HBIC. I love it. I love it. I admire that, actually. You have my respect, actually, because I always admire gay people like that. Like, yeah, spoiled. Yeah, no, I know. But I always admire like gay people that come into a situation and they kind of just like take the reins, like like you say, HBIC. Yeah, why do I feel like I like can't say that? Like, head bitch in charge. Like, I always admire that. I'm more of the quiet gay. I think that's why I have this channel, because it's like I speak my mind on the channel, but in actual life, I'm more the soft kind of gay guy. You know what I mean? That it's like I just try to blend in. Don't really want to shake the table. Like, I'm just a friendly gay guy. Like, just doing my job. So it's like in environments such as like truck driving, for example, or rollover driving, it's like I really struggled. Like, I definitely struggled because it's a manly man job. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? That's where I started having my beard thicker. In my earlier videos, I kept it light because I used to not even have a beard. Cam's actually kind of encouraged me to have one because of the way people were in there. But then it was truck driving where I started wearing my backwards hat all the time. I started letting my beard get thicker. Anytime I would come to like, get the bill of lading or return a load. There's the crab again. But he's staying so close to the hole. Hold on a second. Hold on, he's venturing away. Oh no, he was walking towards the hole. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can see him. Did you get a glimpse of him going into the hole? I don't know if I got a good shot, and I'm sitting kind of far away. Wait, there he goes. It looks like a giant spider. But if he comes out again, I'll try to get another. I don't know if you're able to see it. Hey, Devon. Hey, how are you doing? I'm just kicking it here with Aiden. He's telling me how he the head bitch in charge at his job. We swapping war stories. You know, I just got off work actually, and it's supposed to rain all this week again. So I was telling him that I was actually gonna make a video, but after I like sat down, I thought I was like, I haven't gone live in a long time. Like, let me just pop on live since I'm sitting here. But yeah, not quiet. I'm white. My husband. You have a husband. I love it. Love to see it. Yeah, my husband is Dominican. Your husband's Dominican. I slept with a Dominican once or twice. You are blessed, girl. Your husband is Dominican. You are blessed. Okay, you and I are definitely a kindred spirit. I know that much. But I'm outgoing one. I'm an outgoing one. Yeah, he shouldn't tell you who you can be friends with. Time for you to love on yourself. I'm trying, but oh my God, there's another crab. Look at that huge one. I might be too far away to see. Can you see that big ass thing? Look at that thing. That's like a legit crab. I feel like trying to go over there, but they bury it into a hole so fast because it's the sand. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of crabs here. I did not know that. But I guess I'm learning a lot now, becoming a local. Like, yeah, I knew about the country life, but now I'm learning about this beach life. Look, there's another one that's like right here, like saying hello. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. It's a tiny little one. If I move, he'll probably move. Oh, look, 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 look. Look at all the crabs. This is crazy. I know. Look, there he goes. He's starting to move. The one that's like right here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I'm really becoming like, I'm starting to learn like the ways. I know that everybody here is probably like, what the hell? This guy is so crazy. Sorry, I just moved here. Anyway, why you and Cam break up? Them crabs will give you the business. Girl, don't fall asleep. Yeah, I'm not falling asleep. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get what you mean. Sorry, I'm a little slow. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, no, don't fall asleep. Yeah, and I have actually a couple of times. Before I moved here and I was staying at the hotels like 2, 3 times that I came down here. It was like the third time that I found this apartment. But I would get here so early and you can't check in until like 3, 4 o'clock. I would get here like before noon because I like to drive at night, less traffic, get here, and then I would once or twice I went to the parking lot. I think maybe I did both. I think I went to like the Walmart parking lot and I would sleep in my car for a little bit, and then I would come here and then I would just like go on the beach and fall asleep in my chair. Yeah, but I was usually on the tourist side. I'm over here by the houses because it's quieter, obviously. I probably shouldn't say this online. I feel like people with houses would be like, this is for locals. You shouldn't be blasting that on the internet. We'll have everybody coming here all the time. But yeah, but the tourist area is actually where I live, like down by the hotels. You actually can see it. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Yeah, the hotels are like the tourist area. That's down where I live. But I'm over here by the houses, and that's considered like the private beaches. But also, what I learned is it's not just a private beach because I thought that it's like private beach, meaning like this house has this beach, is what I thought. But no, it's like the local area that is like, we don't have to, we live here, so it's like we don't have to go by like the hotels all the time. It's like it's just for, the people that live here want to quiet. I actually bought back and forth to tell you the truth. I like both. Both are nice in different ways. Like this is nice, for example, if I want to come up here and talk to you guys and record or something, and it's early in the morning. But the hotels, I like that because that's where everything is going on. That's where like all the vendors are at. There's music playing. There's like volleyball, beach soccer, sand soccer, whatever. But like soccer in the sand. You know, people like just it's like Times Square but on the beach type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like where everything's going on. You see people like doing like what I'm doing. They're like, you know, with their phone and all of this stuff. Just like, you know, I love it. I love both. I'm just so happy. I feel like I've cried like a lot. Like I just feel so thankful. I just feel so thankful. But yeah, no, I'm definitely not gonna fall asleep. Not crabs everywhere you look. I know that's crazy. Maybe because it's early in the morning. You're right where you need to be in peace and beauty. I just really feel like very thankful. I just feel very thankful. It's hard though, cause it's like, you know, I could see where I remember being like not necessarily a kid, but like in my youth, like 18, 19, 20, 21, and it's like you would watch these shows or know people that were like, you know, in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, even 40s, and it's like they would always talk about like having it all. Like it's like, you know, oh, I need the husband, the kid, the job of my dreams, you know, the home that I'm looking for. Like, you know, it's just impossible to have it all, or you can't have it all, or I'm trying to have it all. And it's like, I understand what that means now. Because it's like, if it really feels like it's like you always have to give up something in order to gain something else. And it's like, it's frustrating, you know? I don't know. I was really happy with Cam. And for the one, Edward that asked, no, not Edward, who was it? Smirk that asked the question, like, why did me and Cam break up? First of all, we are technically still married, which he's been calling. I just haven't picked up yet. And I have thought to myself, like, I wonder what's going on. Like, are we just like separated at the moment? Are we just like taking some time and then we're gonna like find our way back to each other, or is this the end? And I don't have an answer for you, to be honest with you, because for one, I don't know. I'm only one person, and a relationship involves two or more people, and I don't know what in the world is going on with him. I don't, especially because in the recent years he has become someone that says one thing, but he is doing something else. And that is really actually what has actually broken us up, to be honest with you. Because Cam's always, since I've known him, he's always been good for like telling me what I want to hear. I think that's just a skill he developed with the lifestyle that he's had. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just it's just something that he's like learned to do when he's trying to get what he wants. You know what I mean? And that's fine, and I think it works on a lot of people, but that's probably why we clicked so much, is because he noticed that I was different. I can be told all the sweet things in the world. I can be told all the sweet things in the world, but I am somebody that pays attention to actions rather than what somebody's saying, you know? And in the early years of us being together, um, I appreciated what he would say, like the nice things that he would say, but it was how he treated me that actually kept me with him. It was the things that he was doing, you know, that really showed me like his feelings, showed me like how he felt about me. Did the thing freeze? I feel like the thing froze. Oh no, the time's still going. But it was his actions that really actually really communicated to me how he felt, um, and you know, truly like, you know, just how he felt. Especially because when we first met, he actually didn't used to talk as much. He really didn't like know how to express his feelings. He wasn't used to like sharing his feelings. He wasn't even really comfortable tapping into his emotions because of, you know, growing up in prison and stuff like that. Like he just kept all of that stuff like locked away. But I was always prying like deeper into him. Like it's like, well, how do you feel about this? Or why don't you like share more about how you're feeling with that? Like, how come you're not saying, why didn't you say that this is how you really think? You know what I mean? Like I just was always like poking into him, and over time he's developed a better skill of like knowing, I guess, how he feels and being able to share how he feels. But with that said, he naturally has already had ability to manipulate people because of, again, his lifestyle, the background that he has. Like he was raised in and out of different foster homes, and then trying to run away from the abuse that was going on. That led him into the juvenile system, and then by 16, he was already, locked up and stuff like that. So, I mean, and then you can only imagine the type of people that you would meet in there. So it's like, it's just hard, and that's what's made it also hard for me. That's why I don't think that people really get it sometimes when I say that. It's like, oh, I do still think about him. I don't think that I'll ever really cut him off, because it's like, it's just a lot more than people realize, and it's even a lot more than even what I'm sharing now. Like it's like, I'm sharing a lot, and that gives you a better understanding, but even then it is so much more than you could ever really understand. And I've seen it. I seen it, like, from the day that I met him, especially as I got to know him. And it was just like little things, like just little things that you talk about with people and you ask them. It's like he had no concept of what like it's just a very sad situation. But nevertheless, um, he's the one who changed. I didn't change. He's the one that eventually his actions just started to show that maybe he was tired of me. Maybe he resented me. Maybe he felt like he wasn't good enough for me. Maybe he just didn't want to try anymore. Maybe, it just became too much. Or maybe he started liking somebody else. And there definitely is a lot of things with what I just said. And it could be all of it, and more, you know what I mean? But the point is, he's the one that actually changed. And granted, I did meet somebody else that I became friendly with, but I've met a lot of people over the years that I've become friendly with. Like, this new guy is probably the most that I've ever taken seriously, I'll say that much. But part of how I even started taking him even more seriously is because Cam started to pull back and started to attach himself to somebody else. So then I just felt like, it's like, okay, well, I guess that this is just what's going on with us. It's like I met somebody else and they got me in a way that's new. And I guess he met somebody else that they got him in a way that's new. And the reason why I feel like maybe that this really is definitely the end this time is because there's just too many destructive things that have happened that I don't know if I can ever like get back to what I felt with him. Because it's like he has been calling, and I think to him he feels like, well, I think two things. On the sinister side, I think it's like what people have said, that it's like, oh, he needs something, he wants something, and he knows that I'm always the person that's there for him, so he's reaching out to me. Because it's like, at the end of the day, Brian is always going to love me. Brian is always going to take my call. He might be mad, but eventually Brian's going to come around. That's on the sinister side. On the actual he woke up side, more loving side, it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is really bad. I need to fix this. We need to fix this type of thing. If that is what's happening, it's still not good enough, because this time he went too far. He went too far. Like, he really started to show me that I just don't really mean much to him. I would say like I don't mean shit to him, but that's being dramatic. It's not that I don't mean shit to him. It's just that I don't mean as much to him as he has meant to me. And that is something that I really, really see this time because of multiple different things that he's done. And at the end of the day, as much as I love women, and I do, um, and I'm happy for him, and I'm especially happy for her because she really, if they ever get to have sex with each other, she really scored a jackpot. um, that is something that really pushes me away more than if he were to have had sex with a guy. Even if he had been fucking his celly during this time, or let's just say that all this time, I didn't even know that he's in there just literally screwing around with everybody. And then I came out and I found this out, or somebody came out from prison and found my channel and then was like blowing up my comment section or sending me emails or something like that, like, girl, you don't know what the fuck your man been doing in there. I still would somehow be able to find a way to like get past it because one, I know the environment. Regardless of whether you guys are able to understand it or not, I actually was there. I can find a way to move forward and try to set a new starting line when he comes home, because it's like, okay, all of these things since we've been separated, it's shitty, we'll argue about it, we'll fight about it, but how are you going to treat me when we're back together? Because I remember how you treated me when we were together in there, and it's like I've always had that in my mind. And then also as well, I know the gay community. I've been out since I was 14 years old. Like, I know how guys are. I know how things are. He's a very good looking guy. He's gorgeous. I'm up here online talking about him all the time. How wonderful he is, how big his dick is, how great the sex was and everything. Like, I would be an idiot to think that somebody is not obviously going to, like, take advantage of that if they have a closer proximity to him. And I already know that people from prison have kept up with this channel, talked about it in there. The officers, the COs, and all of these things. I think that's actually why a lot of my views went down, actually, to tell you the truth, because I'm not talking to him anymore, and they have no reason to kind of like keep up with me, because I'm not associated with like a criminal. And then also I think that there's things with like people love Cam. There's probably some people that feel it's shitty of me to abandon somebody that's in prison. And then also I think that there's some people that just love drama and they're just hating on the fact that things have gotten better for me. And, but it doesn't matter because I'm trying to figure out what to do with my channel anyway. But at the end of the day, he left me for a woman. Or even if he were to talk to me on the phone and he'd be like, I didn't leave you. You're the one that blocked me. You're the one that threw the ring away. I didn't even know that this had happened. I never said I was leaving you. I told you what the deal was with this girl and all of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It didn't mean anything, this and that, blah, 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 whatever. You can't compete where you don't compare. That's why it's so hurtful when guys do this to women. That's why I don't like it. That's why I've always said that there's like 90% of the gay community love straight guys. They love straight guys. I've never been that type of gay guy. Never. And it sucks that I attract a lot of straight guys. I do. I don't know why. I attract a lot of straight guys. And it's kind of like what does that call it? Like oxymoron? Like, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, all the gay guys that love these straight guys, it's like they're all straight guys are always like side-eyeing them. And it's like, me, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I don't mind being friends, but it's like, I'm like gonna be your girlfriend's friend. Like, I'm not cool with straight guys. And it's like, and they're the ones that always hitting me up. I'm married to, like, dating. Like, I don't get it, but the reason why I have such a problem with it is because of my love and respect for women. And I know how shitty that feels. You can't compete with a penis if you're a woman. Like, it's like, as much as you love your husband and bang your husband and wipe his forehead and will do anything for your husband, if he is fucking a guy, that is a really fucked up thing to feel, because it's like, how can I even compete with that? And I feel the same way. That's why I say that I think that this time it's really the end, because it's like, if he entertained a woman, what are you doing with me? Why did you marry me? Like, because I was the closest thing to a woman while you've been locked up, and now you found something better? And it's like, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like we both upgraded. Like, it's like I met this guy that's like richer and nicer and more stable and calm. You know, we've already had, me and this guy have already had some issues because he has things in his life. And it's like, he's never once, like, you know, flipped out or anything like that. He deals with things in a very calm way, which I'm not surprised by that, because prior to Cam, I've dated a lot of like, I wouldn't say rich guys, but like well off guys. And it's like people of a certain lifestyle, status, whatever, they handle problems and conflict differently than other people, I guess, shall we say. And this guy reminds me of that. He handles things in a very calmer temperament. He approaches issues with a place of wanting a resolution, wanting a resolve. He doesn't just attack, attack, attack. And I tried to not hold that against Cam, because I know he has not been able to develop the tools that he needs in order to know this. But I always hoped that he would take some kind of influence from me, just the same as I did with him when I was in there. I didn't know shit about prison. Like, I didn't know shit about the lifestyle and the way of movement and all of these things, the role that I'm just expected to play and all of these things. It's like Cam is the one that kind of like um, helped me navigate that. And even better, which is why I really knew that he was the person for me, he helped me buck against it, like rebel against it. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's why I was like, this is my type of guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I don't know where it all just went left, but it's like somewhere in all of this time that I've been home, he has not valued my like contribution as a person, as a human. That is like, you know, I have experiences too. I have knowledge too. I have wisdom like that I've gained too. You know what I mean? And it's like, I thought that he was smart enough, which he is, by the way, but that's why it hurts even more, is that I thought that I was valuable enough to him that he would have took an advantage of that in a similar way as I took advantage of it when I was in there with him. But instead, it was like always like this competition thing. Like, it was always like, you know, it's like he couldn't get out of the mindset of like him being the guy and me being the queen in prison. It's like, I'm not a queen in prison. I'm a gay guy that's from the real world, and I got into some stupid trouble when I was acting as a stupid adolescent. That's it. That's all it was. And it's like, I came home, realized my mistake, and I've been trying to fix my life. And it's like, you can learn from that if you're trying to come out and you also want a second chance. But it's like, it's just, he just never valued me as a person. He just always wanted to just take advantage. And I allowed him to, because I knew that he didn't have nothing. He came from nothing. So it's like, okay, take, 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 take. I'm willing to just give, 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 give. I love you. I love you. And it's like, I always just kept waiting for the day that he would recognize truly, you know, the blessing that he's been given, just the same as I recognize my blessings. This right now is a blessing. Talking to you is a blessing. Bernard helping me is a blessing. This guy that I met that likes me is a blessing. These things are the new job that I just got, and it's just so wonderful. That's a blessing. These are blessings. I, just the same as Kim was a blessing for me, I was a blessing for him. And I just wanted him to really see it. And it's like, it's just sad, you guys. It's just sad. Oh my gosh. Let me look at these comments. Don't second guess yourself. Is that the last one? Yeah. Don't second guess yourself. You have to find balance. I fell in love with a beautiful narc who also had personality disorder from wearing too many masks to meet their needs. They also never really connected with you emotionally. It just always will have me feeling confused. But I'm just trying to like heal past it, I guess, you know. And yeah, I'm just trying to just heal past it. What's good, bro? I'm in the Hamptons. Hey. Okay. The Hamptons. I always wanted to go to the Hamptons when I lived in New York City. I miss living in New York City. I love New York City so much. And I always love that people is like, you know, they go to the Hamptons. Eventually they outgrow the city and they move to Connecticut. Like, I love New York, like, lifestyle. I love it. So you're lucky. um, After years of learning about narcissism, they don't change and will destroy everything they touch eventually. I pray that that's not the case. I feel like I understand what you're saying, and I hope that that's not the case because I feel like that is a potential, but also a potential is you learn from experiences, and especially you learn from losses. You learn from losing things. You really do. Every person does. And that's why I'm really trying to be strong this time, even though he's been calling. And I do want to talk to him, but I don't see the point, I guess, is why I haven't. Because I keep trying to think to myself, what is the point of talking to him? I don't trust him anymore. I don't feel like I'm what he wants anymore. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like he likes me anymore. You know, you have to like your partner just as much, if not more, than you love him. You know what I'm saying? And I think he does love me, or I think that he did love me, but I don't think that he ever really liked me that much. And I think the more over the years, as he got to know me more and more and more, I think the less and less he actually liked me. I think he did love me, but I just don't think he really liked me, you know? And it's like that's why we started fighting all the time. But anyway, Cam had a personality disorder, never content, and narcissists don't change. No comment. So is he gay for the stay? Your guess is as good as mine, honey. Narcs are whatever they need to be to get their needs met. Cam didn't have sufficient empathy for people. That's very true. And he knew that just as much as I knew that. I just thought that that was something that could be gained over time. Everything was about the hustle. That's true. My godson. Oh gosh, my umbrella. My godson. Let me push this back a little bit. Ooh. What is it? My godson was like that, and 20 years later, they don't change. And this is why I share online. Like, I've seen comments of people wondering and family that wonder, but I really do. It's like an extra resource to me. You know, it's like, you know, sharing, and then you guys share back. And I appreciate it, but sometimes it stings, bitch. Sometimes it just hurts. Um, we're here for you. Thank you. Thank you. We believe in you. I'm gay. I'm gaying it forward. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I'm gonna get off of here. This was heavier than I thought it would be, but definitely necessary, and I really appreciate you so much. I'm gonna show you my bun before I go. But I'm gonna get off here and get into the water because it's a little hot. And then also I do want to make like a video or two because I've been doing good posting every day, and I have videos scheduled out. But I need to make some more in order to keep up with posting every day. So, but I love you guys so much, and thank you so much. Just thank you. Just thank you. You guys are really, truly helping me get through this. It's crazy. And like when I've talked to like my family and stuff like that and been like, yeah, I want to find new friends, like, you know, especially now going through the divorce and all this stuff, blah, blah. Like, I didn't really realize it until the other day. I was hanging out with my brother and he was like, yeah, you definitely need to find some friends. You can't be by yourself all the time. And I said it, I was like, well, I'm not by myself because I talk to the people online. And we laughed. But then, like, I thought to myself, I was like, These are my friends, actually. Like, I talk to you guys like you're my friends. And I just appreciate you guys so much. I really do. And, I always offer like collaborations, not just for the channel, but honestly for you. Like, it's like if there's somebody that's watching and it's like you would like to share more about yourself or relate even more, I guess, with me, or um, just get out something for yourself in the same way that I do. It's like I really truly am very much welcoming of it and open of it. Like, I would love it. I would love it. It would just be beneficial, I feel like, all around. It would be helpful for the person that wants to do that. It would be helpful for me, obviously. It gives me content and everything. And then also it just brings the community even more, like, closer. So, because I don't see it one sided, but sometimes I feel like it is a little bit. But I just appreciate you so much. Um, Sorry, baby, it's tough love, but you'll get a better life. Yes, connect, beach, and heal. Connect, beach, and heal. Amen. All right, I love you guys. I will see you later. And Aiden, have a wonderful day at work.